I thought I'd just do a little video about today and where I rode. Currently, obviously, in the hotel. Just had a fantastic Italian meal. I've got to take out because it's so busy in the restaurant. It's over an hour's wait, and they actually put seats in the precinct and bring people out beers. It's quite funny. So at the moment, I'm just loading some stuff up to YouTube, which you'll see. Sorry about the footage. It's a bit blurred because I wasn't thinking about what I was doing. Got the TV on, so I just sort of scan, see what's going on in the news. If I'm lucky and I come to a hotel that's got BBC America, which some of them, a lot more of them do now, that's quite good because I can catch up with what's going on in the UK. And depending on what state I'm in, not as in drunk, crying mascara, as in state, as in Oregon or California, I can get BBC Radio on the FM tuner on my crash helmet, because some radio stations syndicate out some of the programs, so it's quite good. I was listening to a couple of days ago about the cricket. I was riding along. It's quite fun. And talking about radio here is, like I say, depending where you are in the country, varies. The radio varies. So at the moment, Oregon, enormous amounts of religious radio. It's quite funny. I was praise be the Jesus by the end of it. Or you get a lot of country music, which I just want to slit my throat whilst I'm riding along. I hate country music, but generally you find something to listen to, or I can listen to my own music. So at the moment I've just been fiddling around with these mounts for the GoPro. I put this one on yesterday before I left the hotel, and I've been filming sort of backward shots, so you'll see got me going around corners and things like that. And today I was come off the Route 101, and I came through to Fort Bragg, cross country up this mountain, and the road was unbelievable. You're riding through the big redwood trees and the sequoias, and it was all first, second and third gear corners, and it was technical, it was difficult, it was tiring. By the time I did the 18 miles, my thighs, I could crush cans of beans between them. Honestly, it was so entertaining, and it was really good. It's a real challenge and something I needed to do as a motorcyclist, because I haven't been challenged that much on my bike and on my previous bike. So at the moment, like I say, there's panniers here. I've got 2 beds in this room tonight, so this bed is just basically a dumping ground for what's on the bike, and just sort of going through, that's it really. I only unpack what I need, and I've been thinking about this trip and how did I pack correctly, and to be honest, I think I overpacked. I think I took too much. I only needed 1 set of boots instead of 2, and other things that I doubled up on, which I shouldn't have brought, but that's part of the learning exercise. And you learn from your mistakes. So like I say, today I'm in Fort Bragg. It's a lovely little seaside town. I went down to the harbour today, and the boats were coming in, the fishing boats, and they're small fishing boats. But I was taking some stills, which I'll put online in the next couple of days, and they're all great, all waving and sort of, saying hi as they go by. It's really cool. Very small beach here, not much. It's quite rocky here. But it's quite pleasant compared to yesterday when I was in Eureka, which I'll be honest, and I don't like saying things like this because we all take the mick where we live. People like from Whitchurch who don't have any thumbs, which is true, they don't have any thumbs, and people like from Basingstoke, we all take the mick of where we live. But to be honest, it's even without thumbs in Whitchurch, you people are so lucky, like we are in Overton and Basingstoke and the surrounding areas, because Eureka was pretty much dump, and I mean that. It's that bad. There's some very pretty houses there. If you look up Eureka, California, and on the internet and type in the Pink Lady, don't worry, there's no porn's going to come up. The Pink Lady is a house here, and it's the style of house that you find in the nicer parts, and there's quite a lot of them. They're sort of, I think they're from the 1900s, early 1900s. They're wood, they're beautiful, beautiful houses. But other than that, the place is a tip. It's awful. It's full of people that are homeless. There's full of people that have got mental issues. It's got a jail here, a correction centre as they call them, and that correction centre is bigger than the one that's in San Diego. And Eureka is about half the size of Andover, Hampshire. It has about 24,000 people live here, and it's just not nice. I went out, nothing particularly bothers me, while I'm out, because I'm a fair amount of big sort of guy, and I've got some lard on me to protect me. But I felt quite unsafe when I was out on the streets. I went into one shop to chat to the locals, and I was just saying, "Is that a prison?" They're going, "Yeah," and they were explaining about how it's the category A, it's the worst of the worst. And for some reason, a lot of people come to this area because it's remote, and they think they sort of avoid the authorities, as they say. And it's just sad, really, that it's got to that point. I wandered out yesterday, and I didn't fear for my life, but I was quite anxious because there was a guy who was obviously had some sort of issue, and he was carrying a piece of 4x4 wood in his hand, about 3 or 4 foot long. And I thought, if he comes anywhere near me and he's high on drugs, he'd probably beat my head in. But you see it, you have to deal with it when you're out on the streets, just go the long way around, be polite. But there's a lot of people like that here. So much so in the hotel, there was a police car there most of the night. When I got up a couple of times, there was a police car in the car park. I think it's because there was a load of Harleys parked up as well, and probably thought it might be worth sticking a car there. I didn't leave my panniers on, but the girls in the hotel said, if they'd seen that I'd left my panniers on the bike, they would have knocked on the door and said, take them off because they won't be there in the morning. Unfortunately, that's part of life in this country, and probably in the parts of the UK as well. So just to say, really, how lucky we are. And this journey's been amazing for me, and I've seen some fantastic things, and I've also seen the real life of this country, and it's quite sad, really, but there you go. But say onwards to tomorrow. We're about 3 or 4 hours away from San Francisco. I haven't found a place to stay yet. I'm looking tonight. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. I might head down the coast and sort of base myself 10 miles near the city and see what I can find. It's proven quite difficult. The way to do these things is you go on Trivago and find things like that, and find a cheap hotel room, or you can use Airbnb. I'm thinking at the moment maybe head towards San Francisco Airport, because there's lots of hotels there, and I can find somewhere cheap maybe, and somewhere safe that I can park the bike, because I don't really want to take the bike into San Francisco because of all the hills that are there, and there's no real places to park, so it's difficult. So I don't want to leave the bike on the street and things like that, but we never know. So we'll just see what happens, really. That's it. So that's another day for me under my belt, and another little video for you guys. I'll probably have an early night because I'm absolutely knackered today. I was up at silly o'clock for some reason, didn't sleep that well, but that's about it, really. So I hope you're all okay, and hope the weather is better in the UK. I did see it was been a bit of rain out there, but yes, it's not the best weather here at the moment. It's a bit chillier. It's not like the desert where it's over 100, and I wish that I was riding in a thong. No, I don't, that's a horrible thought, but I'll just leave that with you. And I think on that note we'll end this video. So hope you're all okay, and I'll see you all soon.